This is What's Wild in New Hampshire by wildlife biologist Eric Orff. I was coming down through here, down Route 3, and stopped in at the state nursery. I haven't been here, I think the last time I was here was in 1989 when I came and got some things to plant at the Durham office. The Region 3 office was brand new, and I came up here and they were kind enough to give me some stuff to plant around the Region 3 office in Durham. Who do we have here and what are we up to today?
Yeah, so I'm Billy Cornelius. I'm the nursery manager here at the State Forest Nursery. And today we're working on processing some different nuts and berry species that we'll be planting this fall to grow bare root tree seedlings from.
Nice.
So here we got some shagbark hickory. And so what we've been doing is I've been using a machine called a macerator, and that's been beating the hulls off of the nuts, and then we're left with the nuts here that then we'll be planting these in the field in the next week or so. And
how many do you think you have right there?
Oh, that's a good question, but it's probably I would say 500-600 probably.
Okay, all right,
yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and not all of them will grow.
Who we got working over there? We should give a shout out to her.
Yeah, so this is Stella over here, and she's actually processing American mountain ash.
Oh, wow.
Which is a
let's go take a look at that.
Berry species.
Mountain ash. Everything loves mountain ash.
Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting process. You know, it kind of mashes the berries together, mix it with water, and that'll knock the pulp off of the seed.
Okay.
So then we have a clean seed. Because a lot of times, a lot of these seed species, you know, in the wild, they would have had to have gone through a bird's belly.
Yep.
Before they'll actually
yep.
grow, right?
Yep.
If it's just a berry on the ground.
Comes out with fertilizer.
Yeah, if it's just a berry on the ground, it won't actually grow. It's got to go through a bird's belly. So that's technically what we're simulating here. By washing it and cleaning it so it's a clean seed.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's awesome.
Yep.
So mountain ash. What other things do you grow here?
Yeah, so we grow about 50 different species.
Really?
You know, different tree species from Christmas tree, you know, balsam fir, Fraser fir. We grow white pines. We grow your oaks, your maples. You
said you got some red oaks in the ground already?
Yep, we're planting red oak today.
Tell me about the. You said you got some walnuts here. Was it walnuts or?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's been the problem this year?
We got black walnuts over here, and yeah, one of the problems with collecting seed is years like this when food's pretty scarce for the wildlife.
Drought, climate change, drought.
Yeah.
You're competing with everybody else to get the seeds.
Yeah. So yeah, it's always a challenge. You're always, you know, trying to be ahead of the squirrels and the birds and
racing the squirrels.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes you gotta chase them out from under the trees.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed at my house the white oak has a few acorns. All the branches have been cut. They've been going up there and getting all the nuts off the tree. There's not one hitting the ground this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So the deer, they can't climb.
Yep.
The squirrels are beating them out this year. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. It's always a hard problem every year, but this year it seems a little worse than, you know, the last few years.
Yeah. So. Well, we've had 5 droughts in the last 7 years.
Yep.
Didn't realize that it would affect your ability to collect seeds up here.
Yeah.
Huh. So droughts are making seeds harder to find. The competition.
Yes.
Well, plus the trees don't produce as many probably when you have drought conditions, or in some cases it might stimulate them to produce more, I guess. So it all depends on the year. Yeah.
Yeah. Typically they don't produce as much, and then also, you know, a lot of trees don't produce nuts or cones every year.
That's because, yep.
And so we're kind of in an off year for a lot of species.
Okay.
So, you know,
yeah, the even years.
Not a lot of species.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? How long has this been in operation up here?
So the nursery, the State Forest Nursery, has been in business since 1910.
Wow.
We've been at our location here in Boscawen since 1911.
Okay. Wow.
And, yep.
I remember back when I first joined the Londonderry Fishing Game Club in the 60s, 64. Every year I would raise my hand, let's have a motion to spend $100 at the state nursery for the wildlife packet. So every year I would somebody come up and get them, and I would set about in Londonderry and Litchfield and Hudson planting away the wildlife packet for many a year. So yeah, we've been coming up here since the 60s that I can remember.
Yep.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
So a lot of work to collect the seeds necessary to keep the operation going up here year to year. Do you have some volunteers?
Yep. Yeah. So we have some seasonal staff that we bring on during the busy times of the year.
Okay.
And we also have a lot of volunteers that help us.
Volunteers make everything a fishing game, the New Hampshire Audubon, loon preservation. Everybody talks about their volunteers.
Yep.
And that's what makes New Hampshire happen, doesn't it?
For sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Great work up here. Thank you very much. We're collecting some hickory nuts and getting them ready to get into the ground, getting ready for another year.
That's right.
Another winter. Yep. Thank you very much. This is awesome.
All right.
One last look at the hickory nuts, and ooh, look at that. That is a lot of work right there to get them and get them all cleaned up. Awesome work up here. Thank you very much. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orr for What's Wild in New Hampshire.